Why don't you feel touch? Why don't you touch it, babe? It is a